In this video, let me show you the difference between empty and remove methods in jQuery. So the remove method, as the name indicates, removes the selected element and also its child elements, whereas empty method removes only the child elements, not the selected element. So let's see the difference between empty and remove methods in jQuery. To illustrate this, I have already saved a web page and also added reference to the latest jQuery file. Now let me add some content within the body. Let me have a div element with ID grant1 and class name grant, so that we can style two div elements together. Okay, and within this let me add another div element with ID parent or parent1 and class name parent. Then within this let me add a span element, so span with ID child1 and class name child, and let me specify the text like child here. Okay, now let me copy this to have another similar div. So command C, paste it here. Then let me change just the IDs grant2, then parent2, child2. The class names are common. Okay, now we need to style these div elements, then only they will be displayed, right? Before that, let me also add a button. Let me add it in the beginning. Okay, so button with text click, because there is only one button here, so it is easy to access it. Now let me style the elements a bit. Let me add the style tag, that is to add the CSS. Then let me first style the button. Let me specify the font size to be, say, 20px and also a padding of 5px. Then after this, let me style the div elements. First, let me style them using the grant class name. Let me specify the width, height and border. So let the width be, say, 200px. Height also 200px, then border 2px, solid black. Then next is parent, right? So for parent dot parent, let me specify width and height to be 100px and the border as 1px solid black. Now let me specify different colors for grant1 and grant2. That is for the main divs. Okay. So let me specify hash grant1 because I am accessing it using its ID, and let me specify the background to be, say, pink, and let me copy this. And for grant2, let me specify the background to be silver, and for the parent, that is for this div, let me specify some common style. Let me specify it as, say, purple. So within this, let me specify the background to be purple. Now let us check how the elements get displayed now. Let me save this. See, this is the page. We are seeing the items too close, right? So let me specify a margin value for the button or for the grant element. Let me specify a margin of 10px and let me also add a padding of 25px to have some gap. Now let me save this. See, now they are displayed like this. I actually want to display this child as vertically and horizontally centered. So what we can do, within the parent, I can specify text align to be center so that it will be horizontally centered, and to make it vertically centered, a simple trick is to specify the line height as the height of the element. So let the line height be 100px itself. Now let me save this. See, now they are being displayed like this. Now what I am going to do is that for this one I am going to use the remove method, and for this one I am going to use the empty method on the click of this button. So let me add the jQuery code. After this, let me add the script section, and within this let me add the document.ready event. So $document.ready and Let me add the function, open and close parenthesis, open and close curly braces, and here let me specify the button click event. So $button dot click. Again let me add function, open and close parenthesis, open and close curly braces, and here what I need to do, I need to remove this one. That is, I want to use the remove method on this grant1 div element and empty method on grant2 div element. So $#grant1 dot remove and $#grant2 dot empty. Now let me save this and show you the difference. Let me click the button. Okay, nothing happens. Why? Let me check the code. Okay, here the dot is missing. It was my mistake. So let me save this and check again. Let me click. See that pink div element is gone, and also the contents within this gray div element is gone. Why? Because for the pink element, that is for grant1, we have called the remove method. So it removes the selected element together with its content or the child elements. That is why we are not able to see the pink box or even the purple box within that or the child span element. But here what happens, when we call the empty method, only the contents or the child elements get removed. That is why the purple box within this one and also the child element, that is a span element, get removed, but this selected element is remaining as it is. So the empty method is removing only the contents, whereas the remove method is removing the contents or the child elements together the selected element, which is grant1. So that is the difference between remove and empty methods in jQuery. Remove method can be used if you want to remove the element itself along with its child elements, whereas you can use the empty method if you want to remove only the child elements.